Hi everyone, this is just a little disclaimer before we start this video, and this is in no way hate towards Disney or any of these restaurants. These are just our experiences, and it's just what we wouldn't recommend for you to go to. You don't have to listen to our advice. It's just our experiences, and yeah, enjoy the video.
Hey, thank you for joining us. We're here today to talk about our opinions on some of the most overrated things we've heard either on vlogs or podcasts as recommendations of things that you have to try. And we did and found them overrated.
Very overrated.
Right, yes. So for me, and this is going to really hurt some people, I think. One of the most overrated experiences I've had is eating breakfast at Ohana. And I had made that reservation. You hear all about Ohana and how wonderful it is. And
The juice is so good.
you can't miss the bread. Go for breakfast. It's unbelievable. And Stitch and Lilo are there. It's unbelievable. So our experience started when we showed up. And you and your brother were running behind when you met us there, but that actually ended up being okay because the reservations were very behind. So we showed up on time, but I don't remember if we were taking 45 minutes late, an hour late. It was late, much later. It was okay because you guys are doing stuff. Daddy and I, you get to take a picture with Pluto kind of out in the lobby. So that was fun. And then we just waited and eventually we were taken. And you we got a table, but the waitress was so rushed. And at this point, it was probably 11 something, maybe even 11:30 when we were sat for what would be considered breakfast. But at this time, we probably had a 10 something reservation only because we'd run that morning and then we had a shower and then meet you there because we would have eaten earlier. But the waitress, she was nice, but she was very, very, very rushed.
Yeah.
And so it would be like she'd come, she'd fly, she'd put the juice down, she'd run away. 10 minutes later, she'd come back, she'd run away.
She would, and I'm not saying that this was bad technically, but it was always, would you like some more juice? Would you like some more juice? Here, let me pour you some more juice. Like every time she came by. And so it was.
And we wanted like a coffee refill.
Yeah.
And the juice was fine. I'd heard all these things about the juice. To me, the juice was like a watered down version of what the juice should be.
Yeah.
That the way I'd heard it, I thought it would be much richer than it was. It was kind of like Tropicana 50 when you kind of get the orange juice with the water, except it's not just an orange juice. I forget what's in the juice. It has
pineapple stuff.
Yeah, but it has
mango.
Yeah, something. But it wasn't as it wasn't as amazing as you'd heard. It was fine. It was fine, but it wasn't the most amazing thing. The other thing that you've always heard is that the pineapple bread is the most amazing thing you've ever eaten. When we finally got our pineapple bread, it was just okay.
Yeah.
We enjoy bread. We enjoy breads with fruits and that sort of stuff, but it wasn't, I mean, we've made pineapple upside down cake here, and I guess I expected it to be more pineapple-y than it was. And then they bring you a tray of food that sits at your table that has Mickey waffles and eggs and potatoes and bacon and I think sausage in there. And you kind of serve yourself. And then she said if you want more, they'll bring you more. So at some point we did order more. We didn't see the waitress for a long time. It was okay. There was nothing like extra special about what was there to eat. You love your Mickey waffles.
But I could have cooked this.
Except, wait, they weren't Mickey waffles though. Well, did we ask for these special? There was Stitch waffles. But did we ask for those?
I think we had to ask for them.
I think we asked for them. Maybe we heard about it. So
Yeah.
I think we did Mickey waffles. We do have a picture of Stitch waffle. We did enjoy, and Stitch kind of blew through. Lilo first and then Stitch after, and you got to take a picture with both.
Yeah, Stitch was.
It was very fast. And I think Mickey Mouse comes too. I'd have to think about that. But he comes in there too. But the whole time I was there, I was thinking, this is so expensive. and I didn't know if it was worth the money. And the waitress was nice, but it was like she was kind of there, kind of not, and she was so rushed. I felt bad for her, and it's not cheap. It was at least, I feel like it was at least, oh, here's our cat again, rubbing against the camera. Stop that, come here. Come here.
Sit up, boy.
Let me bring him up here. Sometimes you can get him to stay for a little bit. I put him in my lap, but you couldn't see him, so at least you know. This is one of our cats. But to me, it was, for what I heard it was, I had an expectation, because you hear that's people's favorite character breakfast. The times that we have gone, I have looked to get a reservation and have had a very hard time finding one. And so when I found this one, I said, oh, should we take it? So we thought we'd try it. And I don't know if I would go back again for it. Yeah. It was just okay. That being said, at some point I would love to try the dinner. And I don't know at what time they start lunch, because we were there. It was 12 something when we left, and I think they were still serving breakfast. So I'm not quite sure when it cuts over from breakfast to lunch. I'm just not sure. But everything I've heard about the noodles and the meats and salads and shrimps and all sorts of stuff with the dinner, at some point I'd like to try, but I think it's really, it might even be $75 a person for that. I'm not sure, but that's, if you think about it, we spent over $200 for 4 of us to eat breakfast, and I'm just telling you, I don't know. I don't think that was worth it. It's hard. I wouldn't be like running back to eat breakfast there again. It was okay. It was just okay. We cook better breakfast here.
Yeah.
So that's one of our, right? What? Do you have anything else to add to that?
No.
Did you like meeting Stitch though?
You know, Stitch, it was fun meeting Lilo and Stitch, and I also met Pluto. Me and my brother did a little bit later, because we just came from Haunted Mansion. We were like running over to the monorail, trying not to miss it because we didn't want to be too late.
But it ended up, we still waited another 20 minutes after you got there to be seated. Took a long time to be seated. So I feel like they have a reservation system that maybe they're booking too many people in for the amount of time. And I understand people want the reservation, so they're putting a lot in there. And the poor waitress was rushed, and all that together, maybe if they took less reservations and it could be a little bit slower paced in there. And we're used to, when the kids were little, we wanted to get our food and get moving. We were not ones to like sit around for a long time yik-yakking. We're okay with getting served quickly, but it just didn't, I don't know. It was just okay. I think the kids danced in there too, didn't they? Get up and dance and follow Stitch around at one sometime. They did a luau or whatever they did.
Following the leader.
Yeah, it was cute. But it was for something I've always heard about. It didn't meet any expectation that I would have had for it.
Yeah.
I heard.
Another one of my overrated restaurants that the food didn't even taste good is the Guy Fieri Chicken Guy at Disney Springs. That was some of the worst food I've ever had. Chicken, like, I love chicken tenders and stuff, and I love it fried, because, like, who doesn't love it? Like, no healthy here, you know? But I like the grilled chicken more, and that's kind of disappointing to me. And it, like,
everything we ordered. Oh, good, they have tops, so you know what they are.
To explain, but it's not. And there's just so many sauces, and I don't know if I posted the video or not to this channel, but like my brother was reviewing the sauces, and it's just like, I know they're known for having so many sauces, but your sauces gotta be good if you want to have that many. I'm not one for spicy or for too exotic flavors, so maybe it's just me.
I remember the fried pickle was good too. We had a fried pickle.
Oh yeah, the fried pickles, they were good.
And there was a chicken sandwich I enjoyed. But overall, so we'd watched all these videos when Chicken Guy started, so we knew, when we go one time, we'll go to Disney Springs and we'll get Chicken Guy, with the idea also that the meal is cheaper than most meals at Disney Springs, because, you know, we just talked about Ohana, and it was like over $50 a person to have a breakfast buffet, I guess, whatever. But most of these restaurants, I mean, you're talking $20, $30 to $40 just for a plate of food. So you can't do that for every meal. And so we said, let's try it. And you went in with me, right, for the menu?
Yeah, me, you, and Dean.
Yeah. So we ordered a variety of different things. My issue is when we watched all the vloggers cover this, they showed all these sauces and they showed these people that walked around with sauces, like they do sauces. So that doesn't exist after opening. There is nobody walking around offering sauces. You get 1 or 2 sauces with your meal and then you have to buy the rest, which it wasn't that much money. I don't remember if it was 50 cents a sauce or whatever it was. But so we did. I bought a bunch of different flavors, but it was very hard to stand up there and figure out which sauces I wanted. There's like stuff on the wall, so you're looking at all of them. So we chose all these different ones. And they're like trying to get your order because they're trying to move fast, and we keep telling them different sauces, and they acted like people don't have sauce, but I assume they do because that's part of their shtick. And we got grilled tenders, we got fried tenders, we got a sandwich, we got mac and cheese, and we got fries. Did we get fries?
No, I think we just got the pickles.
Fried pickles? I don't know. We got a bunch of different things to share, and then 4 drinks. So it wasn't like we got full meals. We just got different things and then shared the tenders, shared the nuggets, and both kids didn't enjoy the tenders all that much. I think it's a panko breading. It was okay. Probably trying to be a fancier breading, but I can't say the tender had a lot of flavor in the breading. The sandwich I liked. I liked the sandwich.
I can't speak for that. But I also remember that we didn't know where to go when we first got there. Like, we didn't know how to get in because there was this line thing and this lady like telling us to go in.
But then somebody else telling us we couldn't.
Yeah, and so it was like, do we go in or do we wait here? And so we waited for a little bit. Then we were like...
And I think people went in front of us.
Yeah, then we were like, well, nothing's happening.
I think they were trying to pace how many people waited in the line inside the building. And there wasn't much seating inside. You had to sit outside. And thankfully it was April when we did it, so it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
I think we sat in the sun, though. It was kind of hot. I think they're expanding it, though, into where Planet Hollywood is next door. You guys left for a while and looked at the Planet Hollywood merchandise for a little bit while we were sitting there. But it was okay. I wanted to like it. We like Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
We like to watch. We've eaten at some places from Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah.
Here in our city. And we have never ate at one of his restaurants, though.
No.
So that was the first one. I get why people enjoy it, but it was probably overrated and probably even too expensive for what it is, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have one. So it's kind of like, for me, I felt like this restaurant was a hit or miss. And it's Pluto with friends at the Swan, but there were no friends. It was just Pluto. There are no friends with Pluto. And the second time that we went, and
there was no Pluto.
Yeah, there was even no Pluto. And the whole point of this restaurant is for these characters to come out. And it's also a buffet. But if you don't have Pluto and you don't have friends, then don't call it Pluto and Friends. It's...
Yes. That's kind of funny. It's a restaurant in the Swan, near the Swan and Dolphin, near Epcot, near... Yeah, it's one of the Marriott properties, but it's near Hollywood Studios, near the Yacht, near Boardwalk Beach Club. We've stayed at the Swan a few times. We like it.
Yeah, we like it. We can walk over to Epcot and Hollywood Studios.
It's at lower price point than the other hotels in the area, although there are a lot of fees added to your room. So while it appears cheaper, you are paying huge resort fees, so it still is cheaper than the other ones. But yes, we've ate at Pluto and Friends twice, and the first time we just met Pluto. As a matter of fact, not everybody got to meet Pluto, I don't think either. No. I think I was at the table when Pluto came. The food is pretty decent. The second time we went, I think they were just ending breakfast.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
It was okay, but they're trying. But yes, there were no friends, and then the second time there was no Pluto. We were there too late. That's a good one. I didn't even think about that one.
Like, the first time we were there at like a decent breakfast hour, and there's only Pluto, so it's like...
That was our biggest joke. Where are the friends? Where are the friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they had a variety of different... They have like a hash, like a corned beef hash, but it's like chopped up pieces of corned beef. It's not the smushed, like fried stuff you get in the can. And there's Mickey waffles.
Mm-hmm.
And a Mickey waffle ball where you can put Nutella and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And there's fruits, there's grits, there's yogurt, there's cereal. And I want to say it's between $20 and $30 a person. So it's cheaper than like an Ohana or any other breakfast buffet, but you're not getting the same experience with the characters that you want. So, and it wasn't very crowded, so that wasn't a problem. You could find a seat.
Yeah.
They're very nice there. And we do like the hotel there. The issue, though, I'll caution you, if you stay at the Swan, it is a Disney, I don't know if it's a good neighbor or partner hotel. So you do get the ability to make your fast passes at 60 days.
Yeah.
And you do get the hours, so early magic hours, late hours, because it is a partner hotel in that. But appearances are deceiving. Your reservation isn't automatically linked. It sometimes takes us weeks to get that reservation and several calls. And the Marriott number we get isn't the same number as the Disney. The last time we stayed, it was somewhat of a nightmare, and we couldn't get our fast passes even booked, and they didn't see our reservation.
We tried to do rope drop, and when they scan your fast pass to see if you're like a part of one of those hotels, it didn't work. And we tried a couple of times, so we had to show her our room key.
Thankfully, we had the room key on us. Apparently, you're supposed to go to the concierge and get like a wrist thing or something so that they know you're staying at one of these hotels that aren't one of the Disney hotels, but a part of the deal they have. I don't know if they're called Good Neighbor. I know in Disneyland they are, but whatever they're called in Disney World. So they get some of the same benefits as Disney hotels. You cannot charge to the room though, and you cannot get the meal plan on these hotels either, but you do get 60-day fast pass, although like I said, connecting that fast pass is a pain. And the app didn't necessarily see our reservation either. So we had it both ways, that the app couldn't see that we had the hotel on there. You can't use the Magic Band basically doesn't work there. But the rooms are decent. We did have an issue one time when we stayed there, and they had to switch our rooms. The air conditioner didn't work right, and it took a while to get that. It wasn't fun. So it was kind of cooling, but not cooling like it should. And so they eventually moved us. But so there's stuff like adult stuff behind the scenes that you don't know about with the Swan, but we do like it. So, and Pluto and Friends, just call it buffet breakfast.
Yeah.
And don't go too late because the buffet will be shut. And I guess they started transferring to lunch. Did they when we were there or no?
I don't know if they do.
Or they just shut it down. I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So since this video is getting kind of long, I'm going to put it into 2 parts. So this will be part 1. And then in part 2, we have a couple other hotels, and we'll even talk about like snacks that are really overrated in Disney parks.
Okay. So what, do you have anything else? I think we should do one more for this one.
It's getting kind of long.
That's okay.
How about we talk about snack? Because that won't take that long.
For overrated?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, one of the most overrated snacks that I have had is the blue and green milk. That stuff tasted nasty. Like, it was okay enough to drink, but when you're expecting it, you expect like some wonderful taste, and it was like chunky and icy, and blue milk is like supposed to be smooth and silky, and it's like, it was so deceiving. And the green milk was just like, it was sour.
I liked them mixed. I just put them together and dumped them in a cup and drank them. They were fine. I would actually get the mixed one again, or maybe one with alcohol.
They're coconut
called
based.
adult milk. I might try some adult milk.
They're coconut based, but I don't really like coconut, but still, they're not like, they're not what you expect. I like the blue milk better than the green milk, but it was just, but it wasn't good at all.
Can I tell you what I think's overrated at Disney?
What?
Every cupcake that you see
Oh
that
my
is
God.
advertised, and every picture of every vlog. Not that I have anything against cupcakes. We make cupcakes, and I'm sure they're wonderful with the toppings and all the stuff, but I mean, it's a cupcake, people. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're wonderful flavors and they have toppings, but we watch these vloggers and they go on and on and on about the cupcakes, and I'm sure they're wonderful, and I get that they're unique. But we did have an alien cookie one time from Disneyland, and that was overrated.
It was good.
It was hard.
It was.
I think we have video of us trying to eat it too from the Pizza Planet.
Yeah,
cheeseburger pizza.
I tried to break it because I was wearing my alien onesie, so we got it, and I tried to break it, and it would not break. So I think I had to start jamming my knife.
We were trying to share it.
Yeah, because we were sharing.
It was a very hard cookie with a cream center, right?
Yeah. It tasted good. It just wasn't.
But you see it and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Overrated.
So this will conclude part 1, and part 2, we're saving some of our juiciest stories for part 2. So you should go check that out. Obviously part 1 will be out first. And I think I'll try to get these out in the same week because Tuesday and Saturday uploading. So hopefully this one will get out Tuesday, other one Saturday. So you won't be waiting too long. But
let us know what you think of the things that we shared, and if you have any similar situations either at Ohana, or did you meet Pluto and his friends at the Swan?
Does Pluto have friends at the Swan?
Yes. And if we base it on the second time we went, is Pluto at the Swan?
All right, well, go look out for part 2, and
don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
Oh yeah. Oh.
She turned on her flashlight. And may the adventures be with you.